This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
I am Dracula.
Welcome back to the Graveyard Club. Wait, keep it playing, just keep it fucking playing. Welcome back to the Graveyard Club. We are back with another fucking podcast. It's been about 2 months since we last one. Who's back with me? Guess who's back?
Me.
D is back. And actually, the Denny's is on over on the Deluxe Edition Network, and you can vote for D and you can vote for me to be the best male voice and the best female voice. Now, it should be a no-brainer. It should be a no-fucking-brainer. And you can actually also vote for our podcast to be the best one of the network of the year, and we'll win a nice little belt. It's like a WWE belt hanging up over the screens in the office. And, flex that for a year. Like that's what we want. So I'm going to leave a link in the descriptions. Go over and just vote. You can, as long as you say our names, you don't have to vote for anyone else. Do you know what I mean? Why are you at? But anyway, yeah, we're back. If you haven't read the title yet, we're talking about Baghead from fucking it's either 2023 or 2024. Came out both years, whatever, right? So, D, how are you? Good to have you back. Before we start talking about the plot and whatever, it's good to have you back. We discussed we need to get that back going because I heard you the other day saying you want to get back into the flow of doing the podcast. Very exciting news.
Yeah, very exciting news. I finished college. I finished a postgrad, so here I am. I'm back.
We're back,
for
bitches.
The foreseeable future. I did say that I want to get back in, but now I'm kind of like, we'll see.
Right.
What the response is like.
Well, I have to admit, the channel's been doing unbelievable. View-wise, I would like a few more subs, so if you're liking the video, the podcast, make sure you subscribe. And let's just get into the fucking plot.
Yes.
Do you remember much about it? Like, did you like the plot of it?
I did. It was very, reminded me of like 5 different films mixed together. But it was okay, it was good.
What films?
Like a mixture of like Suspiria, Talk to Me. Okay, now you're putting me on the spot.
Definitely Talk to Me, yeah.
The Hand, Talk to the Devil, all that shit.
Yeah.
So, but it was alright, like it was a nice... Yeah, it was different. It was okay.
I agree with you there. Like the comparisons between Baghead and Talk to Me, like it's more so, in my opinion, like you know the consequences. Like you only have 2 minutes, 50 seconds, 60 seconds, something like that. That's in the same, but the same in both films. Like it's very similar in that way. But yeah, I did enjoy the plot, and yeah, it's a good solid horror film.
I just find it highly unrealistic that if you actually have the ability to talk to somebody who's dead or whatever, why is it 2 minutes? Surely there's not a timer. And then, something bad happens. Very Talk to Me-ish. And I'm not hating on it at all. I absolutely love Talk to Me. But just spin me a new one.
Yeah. Who came up with the real 2 minutes?
The demon? Or the witch?
Ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? That's ridiculous. But yeah, it is silly. It is actually a bit silly in parts. I do remember actually thinking that when I was watching it.
But the story is good, like the history and all that stuff, which is touched on at the end of the film, is interesting, and it puts a little bit of a thought process into it. It's not just a scary person in the wall, which is like, do you know what I mean? Well, yeah, it starts off very Suspiria-ish. A girl is going to a different country. Oh, actually, she's going to Germany, which is the same thing as Suspiria. So shout out to Germany, love that. But yeah, her dad, he was absconded, which I'll say from wherever he was. But yeah, she doesn't know her dad, he's dead. She has this like pub / house that he left for her, so she's going over to see it. Yada yada yada. Very Suspiria, very kind of touching on a lot of other horror films, but hey ho, there's not a lot of ideas out there, so what can you do? But I get it, it's good. So she's chilling, it's a bit derelict, it's a bit To be honest with you, perfect spot for a rave. The Germans know how to do it. If you've been to
Fuck
Trezor
yes.
or Berghain, unreal.
In Berlin, yes.
In Berlin
yeah,
especially.
yeah.
So people are saying, "Oh, it looks like a hot spot with a little basement." Yes. But anyways, apparently it's haunted. So yeah, she's chilling there, and kind of getting spooky vibes. Typical if it's spooky and dark, it's everything's whatever. So next of all, this guy bursts in the door. He was quite handsome, just gonna say that.
Easy on the eyes.
He's a bit okay. He comes in, although he's not German at all, he's English, which is strange. But he comes in looking for his wife, his dead wife, and the woman in the basement.
Wanting to talk
and
to
she's
them.
like, "Sorry, what are you on?" Obviously. So he's trying to say, "Listen, there's a bitch downstairs who can chat to dead people, and here's 2K." Slaps 2 grand on the table. And obviously the girl is like, "Sorry, what planet are we living in? And what Twilight Zone did you just walk out from?" So, off he goes. She's chatting to her friend on the phone. Her friend's like, I'm coming out. We are here. The mate comes over for a bit of backup. The fella comes back the next night with more cash. Also still looking yummy. I'm not gonna lie, girls, let him in, have a drink. But yeah, they're all sus. Oh, what does he want? He's bad intentions. Stay down, take the jacket off and have a chat. But yeah.
But the thing is, he's not after them fucking girls. He's looking to talk to his missus. His dead missus.
Yeah, but you know why he's looking to talk to his dead missus?
Yes, we're gonna get into that.
Yo!
Yeah. We're gonna get into that. So yeah, so the next day he comes and he brings the 2 girls down to the cellar.
Oh, sorry.
We kept calling it a basement. It's actually more of a cellar. Underneath a pub is where you keep the barrels of drink, the wine, all that shit. It's called a cellar. And just this big fucking, there's a hole in the wall. It was a fairly sus looking hole in the wall. Like gigantically. Anyway, they end up getting Baghead out. And she just appears to be, she's meant to be a witch.
By the way, we don't actually, like, the film is just called Baghead. Who knows what this person is called?
Actually can't, yeah.
Don't even think she's given a name. They say it's a witch. Doesn't look like a witch to me. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like something you'd see on Common Street on Friday night, but yeah.
Or for the Americans, like a homeless like person in New York or something. Something like that, I don't know.
Detroit or something, I don't know.
Detroit. Shout out to the Detroit people listening. No? Anyway, but yeah, so they get Baghead out and Neil tells the girls that basically Baghead can conjure the dead and bring back the dead, blah blah blah. So he's after a little chat with his dead missus. She died in a car crash and he has her wedding ring. So the how Baghead works, you give her a piece of something that means something like that. That's from that person. It belonging to that person. So yeah, happy days. But Baghead puts it into her mouth and she but spits it back out.
Covered in.
You know what I mean? And she morphs back. She kind of morphs into the person that like they're looking to see. Like so, Neil is looking for his wife, but it was his mother's ring. So the mother pops out and starts giving him grief. Do you remember?
Awkward ass scene. The man was like, "Didn't really want to be your man. Kind of killed myself because of you." Like that went down like a fucking ton of bricks.
Like a lead balloon.
Like a lead balloon. That went down like the Titanic. That was a badass scene. It was awkward as shit, but it was spooked the girls. They were like, "Well, I'm not doing this again." Yada yada yada. Turns out they are going to do it again because he wants more money, or he gives more money. So he goes back again with something different. I think a necklace or something like that. Then that was actually belonged to the wife again. But bear in mind, you've skipped a few details. He all of a sudden knows. Obviously, he knew her dad, so he's like, "Listen, the rules are she listens to whoever's on the deed. That stupid bitch signed the deed, so apparently she owns her now. But she has no idea like how to mind her, and like you can't crawl in. Obviously, you can't go past her home the wall. She can't. It's all a lot of rules here. It's just a bit like skimmed over.
Yeah. So why get like now Iris can, since she has our names down on the paper. She's almost
master.
Like, she's the master. She can control Baghead, and I don't know. Things like as we were saying before, you only have 2 minutes to talk to the person that you want to see from the dead, and if it goes over that, the demon, very similar to Talk to Me, the demon
takes over,
gets more powerful and can take control. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, So the demon ends up like attacking Neil, and Iris like tells it to stop, and it listens. Like again, it's very goofy. That is like the idea of that.
Is
Like,
that all it takes? Like,
like, do you know what I mean? Like, but I did enjoy that.
and then why does the demon give you whatever Baghead is, only give you 2 minutes if she's sitting there has the power the whole time? Come on, it's just
5 minutes.
Queries, just so many queries. And also, just a note, in Ireland, Baghead means something completely different, and it's funny every time you say Baghead. But yeah. So then actually he conjures the missus, which is interesting as fuck, because I love this scene. You know I love a bit of drama. Low-key, he's like, oh, hello. The tears dry up and he's like, who were you going to say? What? This is how petty that I am, or that some people are. He spent thousands of money, risked his life to speak to his wife to be like, who was the dick that you were going to say?
And just fucking goes through her for a chocolate. Doesn't he? Oh my god, so you're thinking like, oh god, he wants to talk to, like, and I think that's why Iris was like, here, come on, we take the money. Now in fairness to her, she was contemplating on starting a little business there. She was. Again,
side hustle.
I'd exploit the fuck out of that. Would you?
Her during the night time, an absolute seance during the day, and I'm making bank living in there. I'm just gonna say this film had the potential to be my dream, but yeah, went south.
But like, would you, if you're making money, would you throw Baghead a couple of quid or not?
First of all, I'd say Baghead, we need to change her name. I can't take that seriously. We need to do a facial makeover, and maybe if she stops living in that fucking wall, then yeah, I'd throw her a little 2%.
Like, you could even fix her up in the room if she had a wash line.
Are you mad? Me and Baghead would have the best. Actually, do you know what? Let's not even go down here. We're shit spiraling. Yeah.
But you remember when Iris was finding the tapes from her dad?
Yeah, like her dad left all these cryptic tapes, which actually meant no use because he didn't really say much information. But she went kind of searching. Again, you kind of see like in the house there's all these pictures of all, people that actually used to, or were on the deed as such. So whoever's on the deed has the responsibility to look after Baghead. Whatever that means, I don't know. But you're not meant to use her. So I don't know if she's just meant to live in the hole. I actually don't know. There's not a lot of information. I think she's meant to live in the hole in the wall, and you're not meant to use her powers. Because if you do use her powers, she sends you psycho. But she'll only let you use it for 2 minutes. That's the main gist of the film. But it's okay. It's good.
And like, you do kind of get like a tiny bit of backstory to Baghead. Like, it's literally, I think it's just a scene or two.
Oh wait! Oh my god!
Remember?
I'm so sorry. Baghead, I take it all back. I completely forgot your backstory. She was a real witch.
Yeah. In
the Salem witch trials, who for some reason hasn't lived this long and looking like that shit. But anyways, and why, if she was a witch, why is she now submitting to all these random people? Anyways, pause. But like, yeah, she was home, I think. Like
a fellow Wicca yourself.
Now I have so many more questions. I feel like I have to go back and watch this film again. What happened to her? Why is she trapped? But yeah, so that's it.
Again, it's only 1 or 2 scenes. Do you lock her in the wall?
Yes.
So again,
maybe she's trapped.
So she's trapped in the house in a way. Blah blah. Like I'm not really sure, because you don't really get that much backstory. You just know she actually was a witch, and like back in the fucking early 1900s, they locked her in that fucking cellar.
But anyways, what's the main girl's name again? Iris. She conjures up to that eventually, which I was dying for to do, because obviously you want to speak to your dad who kind of ditched you. And that scene was a bit crap. He was a bit rude. I thought he'd have a bit more to say. He was a bit like, I knew you'd end up here. Well then why didn't you fucking stop me? Or do something to stop this happening? Like, I know he tried to set himself or set the house on fire, and
that just failed
miserably. Said absolutely not, you were getting toasted. We could have tried something else though. Like, you had it all them years. That scene was also a little bit. Then part of me is thinking, is she just shitstorming all this? Is she actually bringing the person back, or is she just taking the mick the whole time? I'd do that.
That's a very good point, because
they don't seem too happy.
Say Neil's mother Was she really that venomous? Like, or like were these all stupid cunts thinking like, this is genuinely my like?
And Baghead's actually breaking her bollocks laughing. She's like, "Fuck you, trap me in this wall." I'm just gonna put it out there.
So we're actually coming near to the end of the plot right now. But just before we do, we're gonna run a quick little ad. If anyone out there has a beard, or if there's anyone that's into coffee, which I know a lot of you are, this one's for you. So you know yourself, Dave. I've had a beard, 5 years now, and I've went through different products. And Joe, I'm not really happy with a lot of stuff. See, like beard oils, they never really work on me until I found this company, Denson. And just over there, you can check out high quality beard trimmers, oils, face washes, everything over there. And I use it every day. So if you want to use it, you, the listener, I have a lovely code over there for you. Graveyard, to save yourself 30% off. 35% off, actually. So that's Graveyard at the checkout for 35% off.
So after all the coffee fueled episodes, somebody finally decided to sponsor us. So if you want some seasonal award-winning and specialty coffees for high-quality blends, check out Coffee Bros in the link in the description. So for 10% off, use the code GRAVE10 for some complex taste notes from fragrant and aromatic to bold and rich. And everybody knows I love coffee. Every episode I have a coffee, I physically cannot function.
Somebody's been listening to us out there.
Finally.
So if you love coffee as much as Dee here, check the links out below.
You know I wouldn't send you on any bad beans.
No.
So yeah, check the link out below for 10% off.
Now, let's get back into the video. Right, so the ending, I actually kind of really liked the ending. So Neil ends up kind of getting more suspicious with Baghead, and I don't know, they end up having a conversation, and Baghead tells Neil, sure, just kill Iris. You'll end up owning the house, and you can control Baghead, me, pretty much. Do you know what I mean? Like, and get your name on the forms. So do you remember, I didn't really know what to make of this scene. He wrote his name down on the forms, and his name didn't go through. Do you remember?
Yeah, psych.
So, do you have any idea why that happened?
Again, there's all these rules. It's like whoever inherited it. But it's very loosely based over. Because, like, it shows you where she went to. She goes back and tries to find a solicitor who sold her the house or who signed the thing with her. And his office doesn't exist because he wasn't real. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's all some mad ancient ritual. You notice all the little, the kind of markings on the door. They're spotted out through, I've noticed them throughout the film. And like the pen that he gave her to sign had the same markings on it. So was he even real? Probably not. So it's all like Neil wasn't meant to have you know what I mean? He wasn't meant to have his name on the deed. That's why it just disappeared. I think. That's my idea. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, so Baghead actually ends up killing Iris, which was very shocking.
I think that's how she gets free, though.
It is. So, what happened? How does this? I don't know. So Iris basically became. So this kind of it's weird. It's weird. Iris died. Now, actually, it's a very good scene. Remember the chase scene? They actually won a very good. Neil ends up like he pretty much goes manic. I wouldn't say demonic. It wasn't demonic, but he went manic and chased her around the grounds of the fucking bar, the pub. And it was a very good scene. They're on the roof and all this type of stuff. It's really good. Like, and she ends up falling to her death. And somehow she comes back as Baghead and then kills Neil.
And then walks out as Baghead. I don't know how she wrangled that. But apparently that was her setting herself free. So I think then I remember you saying at the end of the film, you were like, well, that sets it up nicely for a second one, which it does. I'd like a bit more information though as well on the second one, a bit more backstory. I know she was trapped. She was trialed as a witch and trapped in the walls and all this stuff, but then it was up to people to protect, secure her or something like that. And now, I don't know, even maybe we need to watch the end of that again, but I don't know how she kind of broke out of that, but she went into Iris I think. Do you know that way? I don't
Yeah.
think she killed. Maybe she did kill her, but like she went into her body, like, and then she walks out with her.
That makes a lot of sense as well. It does leave it open for a sequel where you could follow. I don't know if it maybe a new set of characters or does it follow Iris in our new fucking Baghead
State or whatever,
state,
yeah.
what you want to call it. Like, but yeah, I didn't really know about the
In
ending
her
of
new
the film.
bag.
She's in her bag. Get the bag and fumble it. No, we don't sing that. We won't sing that. But yeah, the plot was a little bit wacky, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. Before we get into our thoughts, I just want to give the Deluxe Edition Network a shout out. The podcast of the month over there for July is The Real Drunks. They review movies like us, Dion, except for they drink a lot. So I'll leave if that's a thing now. Like I'll leave a link in the description. It is good. I do enjoy it. So check them out. But yeah, ratings and goods and bads. Do you want to start off, Dick?
The rating I would probably give this a 5 out of 10 purely because it's a lot of the ideas have stemmed from other films, and I don't know if it's maybe because I've seen them recently or if it's just because it's literally fucking picking and choosing from different films. The name
Resonates with something else.
resonates with a different topic in Ireland. I'm not sure if other countries will get the reference, but yeah. So it kind of makes me not take the film seriously, but I get it. I like it. It was okay, but I would give it a 5 because it wasn't very original. Like the idea was, but it could have been executed much more differently. So maybe I'm just too harsh, but we all know that I am. So I'm gonna go with my 5. The goods, I would say, the setting. I love Berlin. I love. There's a bit of eye candy, even though he was absolutely manic. But he was a show to Neil. And I don't know why you're shaking your head. But anyways, the bads, there was a few bads, like some of the acting in it was a little bit, the storyline was a bit wishy-washy, the character development, again, a bit wishy-washy. It was all rushed, it was all mixed. There was loads of different things that they could have actually focused on, like the history of it. You know, it was a very all over the kind of place, but it was good. It wasn't awful. It was mediocre.
I just want to say, was your rating out of 10?
Obviously, yeah, 10. Yeah.
You were not a real fan of the Graveyard Club because the last few podcasts we've
Sorry,
given
we
out
changed it
5.
to 5. So that's going to be to 2.5. Can we do points? 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. So mediocre again.
I respect the opinion. My rating would probably be a 3.5. I did enjoy this one for what it was. It's a bit silly. I agree with you. I'll start with the bads. Excuse me. I'll start with the bads. Again, yeah, the acting is a little bit fucking weird. They rushed the whole character. The characters, there's not much character development. Neil pops up out of nowhere and he goes pretty quick. The mate, our friend is tacked on, and you don't really know too much about Iris except she's an art student. But maybe that wasn't the focal point
yeah.
of the fucking film. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, the story was wishy-washy, but it was good. It was a fun little horror film. I admit, yeah. So I'd give it a fucking 3.5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. So let us know what you want to hear next.
Yeah, make sure you're checking out the Instagram. We'll put up polls like for recommendations, what you want us to review. But I'm going to say to you now, the next couple of films I want us to watch and review is more Cannibal Holocaust style movies, right?
Okay.
So watch out for that. Like, maybe not as sick as like August Underground, but remember August Underground?
Yes.
Did you watch that with me? Yeah. Maybe not as sick as that now, but don't want to lose fucking viewers or subscribers. Like. But yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.
It's been my pleasure.
She's fucking great, isn't she? And it was her birthday this week as well. So
Oh, thank you.
everyone wish her a little happy birthday in the
I'm
comments, maybe. No, she's not.
Ciao.
Bye bye. See you next one.
It's the beginning of cinematic time, which for these three dumb bastards is just about as long as they can remember. These men, moviegoers and enthusiasts, join in a simple yet common goal: to enjoy any and all feature presentations in the most enlightened state of mind. But for the few of us who seek an entirely different cinematic mentality, I give you your solution.
You ain't heard nothing yet. It's showtime, folks. It's showtime.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
I had about a half a beer, but the dog had a lot.
I have a very particular set of skills.
I was drunk. I'm drunk now.
It was the greatest beer in all Zephyr. Once it hits your lips.
These men are literally intoxicated. This is their reality. These are real men, and this is real beer. I give you Jake, Matt, and Daniel of the Real Drunks Podcast. Real Drunks.
I am Dracula.